super, super, super overpriced. So,
There we are. There's a
oh,
police going past again
to arrest a hun.
to to arrest me for being too gorgeous.
Yes. Look at your. Maybe she's born with it. So
Oh,
tonight, and this is not at
yeah,
all a segue. Tonight we're going to be talking about niacinamide.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Niacinamide,
nice.
because the Ordinary has brought out the niacinamide powder, the first new product for quite a long time. So
Mm.
I've been researching niacinamide, and yeah, there's a little bit of like, yeah, I kind of don't agree with some of the things that Lab Muffin. Well, I do agree with them. Yeah, I do agree with what she's saying. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not entirely.
So,
I don't know how I feel about her at the moment. I
oh
used to
really?
think she
Oh
was
my
the
gosh.
best,
I thought
but
you
since
did
she's
think
sort
she
of,
was the best.
I did. I yeah. I still like it, but she was saying that she thinks that fragrance is okay, and everyone should stop being so uptight about it. I don't know if she should say that. I Yeah, because you
Yeah.
what you use fragrance, don't you? So you're
She's acne prone though, right?
yeah.
Lab muffin.
I just think for me, like, yeah, some people can probably use fragrance and it's fine, but you don't know when you're going to become sensitive to something. You don't know if the fragrance is going to give you pigmentation on the sly. And
Um.
most of the
Yeah.
people who are asking for skincare advice have got something wrong with their skin. And
Yeah.
fragrance isn't good for, irritation or acne or
Yeah.
pigmentation. So it's,
And
yeah, let's just
I mean,
say it's not good.
yeah, we have spoken about it at length before, but I think
Mm,
if you are at the age where you're actively using actives, so
yeah.
you're approaching that age where you've just started to sort of incorporate things like, acid exfoliation and kind of things that would um, increase your skin's chances of being
Mm,
insensitive
sensitive.
to
Yeah.
sensitive, sorry, to certain products. I think possibly
Mm,
then, because I've never had an issue with fragrance. However,
mm,
obviously now taking care of around my eye area and hyperpigmentation with tretinoin,
yeah.
I wouldn't ever put anything containing fragrance now around my eyes,
No,
just because
that's
it's
it.
just not worth it. But I would put it in other areas. So
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
wholly anti like you are, but
No.
yeah.
No. I mean, I would use, fragranced hand cream, and
Yes.
maybe I shouldn't, but I like smelling nice things. Don't get me wrong, but I don't
Hmm.
want a random selection of nice smelling things to be on my face.
I used a
No. Ugh.
moisturizer today that I'm sorry to name drop. I'm not being given anything by Freya and Bailey for saying this, but I broke into one of their moisturizers that I bought for my mum.
Mm.
But because Hayden had already bollocked me for nicking his natural moisturizing
Oh
practice, I
no.
was like,
So
shit, I got to break
you were
into the big
desperate.
guns. I was so I it was and it's 40 quid this moisturizer as well. It's not cheap.
Oh
And I put it on
yeah.
my face, and I've got to say it was beautiful. It's got sea
Oh.
buckthorn in it and just a range of beautiful, really skin soothing ingredients. But it has
Mm.
got Madagascar vanilla. So when I went downstairs
Oh.
and I was like, oh, this is so beautiful, but I can really smell it on myself. So I basically put it on my
Yeah.
cheeks, my head, my nose, and my chin, and my neck. Went downstairs. My daughter was like, "Mom, you smell so tasty." I was like, "Actually, shit, I do smell tasty.
Yeah, it smelled like
Your
an ice
mother
cream.
mother smells like a cake, and it's
Oh,
not
that's
bad and not a
cute.
bad thing. It's really, really lovely. So
You
if you don't
smell
have a skin, if
tasty.
you don't have an issue with, um,
Yeah,
the odd essential oil in your products, then I highly
yeah.
recommend that one. But yeah, not if you do. But we're getting off topic.
Mm.
Sorry. Lab
So
Muffin
not yeah.
is so. What's her background?
She is a cosmetic chemist, I believe.
Hmm.
So she's
Hmm.
a chemist.
And she has a
You know,
massive following, doesn't
yeah,
she? Lab
huge.
Muffin.
Like what was it, 190,000 on Instagram.
Yeah. And
I
she
liked
really
it,
knows her
but
stuff too.
yeah, she
Um,
does. Yeah,
yeah.
but
But she is, I would
anyway.
say, so since this pure niacinamide powder has been launched
Mm.
by Deciem, I would say it's 99% people are so for it and just so excited. And
Oh,
then
do you think so?
I think once Lab Muffin said she wasn't
Yeah.
for it, then came the backlash. And that's what
Yeah,
happens, isn't it?
I've just noticed backlash and people not liking it.
Oh,
You know,
really? Oh, that's
I my
interesting.
Yeah, and I think because me and because I moderate the ordinary chat room, um, me and my other moderators, we because we're really positive towards DSEM. Obviously, we're really big fans, so people assume that
Hmm.
we're like in their pocket, that they're paying us, but they don't
Yes.
pay us. We're just
Yeah.
weirdos.
Yeah, you are. You're
So,
just straight stalkers.
I feel like I am generally disposed to be positive about the ordinary, but if a product is
Hmm.
shit, I will say, like
SPF.
the SPF, I don't like the hyaluronic acid. It's sticky and gross.
Hmm.
And their 10% niacinamide is pretty sticky and minging.
Oh, I love it though.
I wouldn't use it underneath makeup. I would like just mix it with a moisturizer or something because it is
Yeah.
V sticky.
Hmm.
So I'm not
So,
like a
so
weird.
they've introduced it
Yeah,
and to be used in a way that their pure L-ascorbic
yeah.
powder would be used. So you basically, I don't know how much they are telling you of a scoop, to mix with other
Quarter of a
products.
scoop.
Or
Yeah,
okay, okay. So
yeah,
so basically to be used mixed with other serums and applied to skin
yeah.
is a quarter of a scoop. Quarter of a scoop is how much? Like,
Well, yeah. I don't know. I don't know
yeah.
how many grams are in a whole scoop. I don't know. It doesn't
I
say.
th-
I
I think
don't.
that
I
was one of
need.
Lab Muffin's problems
Yeah,
as well,
that's
was that
fine, and I
what is in
completely
a
agree with
quarter of a
her.
scoop? Yeah.
Yeah. So what? We'll get on to all of this. I've got like
Okay.
the list of stuff that I want to go through. Do you want to hear
Okay.
some boring things about niacinamide? Well, not boring, but
No,
facts.
people want to know what it
Do
does.
people want to hear this? People, do you
Of
want to hear
course.
this?
Yes.
Okay. Niacinamide is a B vitamin, vitamin
Mhm.
B3. It's a part of so niacinamide as a molecule is part of the coenzyme nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, or NAD. And that this molecule is in loads of like pathways in cells. So it's used as a sort of communication molecule. It provides energy to the cells. It keeps skin and cells in general ticking over and working properly. So it's a
Mhm.
really, really important molecule. Um, so that's why it's got so many different functions in the skin. It's because it's part of this really important molecule NAD. So for the skin, it has loads and loads of cool functions. It reduces inflammation. It's an antioxidant. It increases elasticity, increases collagen levels, reduces wrinkles, reduces hyperpigmentation, reduces yellowing of the skin, reduces
Mm.
redness, dryness, increases the skin's production of ceramides, and supports the barrier function. So that's
So
everything, isn't it, really?
that is an all-star, really, as an ingredient, isn't
Yeah.
it, in your
Yeah.
skincare? Okay.
Yep. Yep. What else could it do? That's everything.
Yeah.
It's entirely useful. I think it speeds up the turnover of skin as well. I've read that. So
Okay.
I don't know if you've noticed on the ordinary chat room, but lots of people complain that it gives them spots.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Yeah. So
Oh, yes, all the
yeah,
time.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So if it's tricky recommending it to people because they might end up with a face full of spots, and you just don't know who's going to get the face full of spots, do you? So, is it ever given you any problems?
No, it hasn't. But my friend who asked me to recommend her
Oh
skincare
no,
routine, which I
shit.
think I stuck niacinamide in it, and she was like, "I've stopped using everything that you recommended."
Oh
I was like,
no,
"Well, I
that's so
think it's
bad, isn't it?
possibly it is," and I was like, "Well, it's probably the niacinamide. So either just mix it with something or just take it out completely." She was like, "No, I've just stopped everything." So I
Oh
feel like I've
no,
made
she
backward
doesn't
steps with
trust
this
you.
person.
Yeah,
She's totally stopped trusting me. But
yeah,
you were saying before that it could possibly be the strength of the
I think so
ordinary's
because
niacinamide.
niacinamide is in loads of skincare products, and
It
nobody else,
is, yeah.
yeah, nothing else seems to cause this sort of intense acne reaction.
It doesn't know. And some people, I'm not sure if you can poo-poo that or confirm it, as saying that because the ordinary's niacinamide contains zinc as well. So is it
Yeah,
at all
yeah.
possible that it could
It
be
could be the
reaction to the
zinc.
zinc?
And this is
Mm.
why the powder might be quite handy, because you can just
Right.
use it with pure water if you want to check
Right.
that it is
It's
the
not.
reaction to
Sure.
niacinamide or not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, it's great stuff though.
So who should be
So
using niacinamide?
um, I think everybody should really,
Okay.
you know, everyone who wants to try out skincare ingredients can use it, because it's generally non-irritating apart from this issue with the ordinary one.
Hmm.
um, it doesn't cause sun sensitivity,
Okay.
or redness or peeling or anything,
That
but
that's a big
it can.
one as well, actually,
Yeah,
because all of the other sort of um, I don't know, I was just thinking of vitamin C's really that
yeah,
do all of the above that niacinamide can do sometimes either cause
yeah,
sensitivity or not a lot of people can, well, people have vast issues, don't they, with vitamin
yeah,
C and its derivatives or anything that can do anything like what niacinamide can do for your skin.
yeah. So
Okay.
tretinoin is sort
Hmm.
of similar, but that you get the awful peeling, and retinol the same sort of thing, and
Which I
acids.
love.
Yeah, the lovely, lovely peeling. I
I
don't get
do.
any
I don't
peeling
mind it.
now.
I get dark red for a couple of days when I've
Oh,
just
that's
started to reintroduce
weird,
tretinoin.
isn't it?
Yeah, but I
Dark
kind of
red.
think I get dark red where the hyperpigmentation is, so I kind of
Whoa.
almost don't mind it because I know it's doing its thing, and it's with
Yeah,
4% niacinamide actually. My latest Dermatica
yeah.
prescription.
So it's
Mm.
got it in there for maximum abilities.
Yep.
Yeah. So people with dry skin, inflamed skin, aging skin, eczema,
Hmm.
rosacea, acne, hyperpigmentation, and sallowness. So that's like
Okay.
yellow skin, you know.
I'm definitely a sallow person in the winter
Yeah,
time.
I feel sallow.
Mm. It's
But
just a shitty adjective, isn't it?
it sounds like you're sort of shallow and sullen.
Yes, yes. That's not how I want to be described ever.
No.
Oh dear.
So,
Okay,
as niacinamide as a chemical is water soluble, so it just dissolves in water, not oil.
great.
Ideally, it should be pH 6. And then there comes the difficulty with the whole, you can't use it with vitamin C. So, you
Yes.
know, the Decium tell you not to use niacinamide with pure vitamin C, because it can hydrolyze and turn into niacin, aka nicotinic acid.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so if you're using something with a pH below 4 at the same time as niacinamide, or if niacinamide is mixed with something acidic, it can
Mm-hmm.
split into a different molecule, and
Okay.
niacin can cause the face to flush red.
Okay.
um, so it doesn't hurt you. It's not burnt your skin. It's just turns red temporarily.
Okay.
And niacinamide actually has more benefits for the skin than niacin is better for the skin than niacinamide.
Okay.
As far as we're aware, there's some research to show that it is still very good for the skin. So, even if you do get this flush, it's going to be temporary and it's not going to hurt you.
I
So
think
that,
one of the biggest rumors doing the rounds, probably on
mm,
the Decium chat room, I saw this, was that
mm,
using niacinamide before vitamin C, they kind of cancel each other out because one banks
mm,
on an ideal pH of higher than the other, and
yeah.
that I've seen lots people say. So that it,
Wow.
so
You
that's
well,
nonsense.
you're putting, so niacinamide is, should be around the same pH as skin. So if
Hmm.
your niacinamide is absorbed and everything is skin pH, so then
Yeah.
what's the difference? You're putting
Yeah.
vitamin C on the pH of skin, which your skin
Hmm.
is anyway.
Okay.
So that doesn't wash, does it really?
Not really.
Like,
Okay.
your
So
the
really,
vitamin
it's
C's got to go on your skin.
yeah.
So, yeah, no, I
And you
don't
were
agree with
saying
that.
that it's so what's the Kligman's test as well for
Oh yeah,
effective
so the
skincare?
Kligman is like the the OG of skincare. So
Who
he,
is he
what was
though?
it?
It's just.
He's an old scientist. I don't know. I should find out who Kligman
Because
actually is.
do you know
He's an
what made me
old
laugh?
scientist.
He's just an old man. No, do you know what
He's an
made me
old
laugh is
man.
that obviously when I was a student, they used to show reruns of Quincy MD. Did you ever used to watch that when
I
you were a
know
student?
that. Da, da, da,
Yeah.
da, da, da. Yeah.
So anyway, he was played by an actor called Jack Klugman. And so when I read your notes, I
Klugman.
just started pissing myself laughing, thinking of Quincy trying
Is
to
it
find
Quincy?
Quincy MD. Yeah.
Is Kligman Quincy?
Klugman is Quincy. That's who I think it is. That's why I really want to know
Oh
who
my
your made up
god.
scientist is.
It's
He
not made
solves
up. He's really
crimes.
famous.
So was Quincy, though. Anyway,
Not for the same thing at all.
he solved crimes and was a pathologist. I was like, how are you doing those two things? Amazing.
And he was a whiz with the ladies. Old
Always. And
Quincy.
then
Yeah.
if you were a real fan of Diagnosis Murder, which was on about an hour later than that,
Yeah.
there was a
What was
crossover.
that?
It was Dick Van Dyke, who was a doctor solving
Oh
crimes.
yes.
Mm.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's brilliant. But anyway, Quincy was on it once, and my mind was blown
Wow,
because
Natalie.
Quincy was. I should have been going to lecture.